First practice at the final Grand Prix weekend of the season, we're back at Yas Marina where a showdown between McLaren and Ferrari beckons the prize, a first constructors title for either team in decades. A slew of rookies took to the track in FP1, as so often is the case here. Next week, the Yas Marina will host the post-season Young Driver Test. Felipe Drugovich was in for Lance Stroll at Aston Martin, and Luke Browning made his on-track debut, taking Alex Albon's Williams for an hour. Two new Japanese drivers featured. Ryo Hirakawa took over the helm of Oscar Piastri's McLaren, and Ayumu Iwasa was in control of compatriot Yuki Tsunoda's V-Carb, most of the time. Max Verstappen took a well-earned break, so Isaac Hadjar got a go in the world champions Red Bull, and had a moment at turn 6.
Yeah, I had zero efficiency, sorry. Copy that.
The five-time F2 race winner seemed to struggle to fit himself into the RB20. There was a first for F1, two brothers featuring for the same team in a session, when Arthur Leclerc joined sibling Charles at Ferrari. The elder Monegasque driver took a while to get going, his car being worked on by the Scuderia mechanics as the pit lane opened, but once on track, he put in the fastest lap of anyone in the session, timed at 1 minute 24.321. Lewis Hamilton is the most successful driver at this event. The 7-time world champion has been on the podium here 10 times, 5 of them holding the winner's trophy. He had a decent session with the third fastest time. There was another young driver on track, but he's due to compete all weekend. Jack Doohan has taken over from Esteban Ocon for the final race, the team releasing the Frenchman from his contract early so he can test for Haas next week. Another experienced driver who will feature in the so-called Young Driver Test is Nico Hülkenberg, who'll get a go in the Sauber alongside future teammate Gabriel Bortoleto. Charles Leclerc was forced to take a new battery, so he'll take a 10-place grid penalty for Sunday's race, putting a serious dent in Ferrari's hopes for the Constructors' Championship. Bad news also for Williams. The Grove team haven't had the best run of luck recently, and that looks to continue, with both cars expected to have grid penalties applied due to exceeding the permitted number of gearboxes fitted over the season. Still running in his new parts, Franco Colapinto went wide at turn 1, and Browning also had an issue with the FW46.
I looked through as an entry.
Zhou Guanyu had a problem late on.
Like, same issue, guys, come on. Understand like crazy.
Zhou is one of a few drivers who are set to leave F1 after Sunday's race. Among them, some experienced heads. Kevin Magnussen let go by Haas, and 10-time Grand Prix winner Valtteri Bottas, who will exit the Kick Sauber operation. But it may not be the last time we see either of them with reserve roles in the offing and new teams set to join the fray in the future. Two-time world champion Fernando Alonso hasn't had the best season at Aston Martin, and he had some choice words for the team after the flag.
Worst car ever and worst traffic preparation ever. Next time I do my out lap myself.
So Charles Leclerc fastest from Lando Norris, P3 and P4 for the Mercedes duo. Hamilton won better than Russell, and then came a once again impressive Pierre Gasly, followed by Hülkenberg, Colapinto, Magnussen, Drugovich, and Sergio Perez. It was P11 for Alonso, and he was ahead of Lawson, Bottas, Hirakawa, Hadjar, Zhou, Iwasa, Arthur Leclerc, Doohan, and Browning.